Now for my idea. I was thinking to use ChatGPT's open API to be able to identify what my item is. So it made sense to me. So when I asked ChatGPT, hey, is this possible? Because I wasn't too sure myself. With their open API, I was able to do this. And it said, no, it wasn't possible. And I needed to use a workaround. And the workaround they gave me was to use Google Vision API, which is able to label items. So if I give it an item by a picture, it'll be able to label it. But the thing is, the labels that they were using were very generic, too generic. And when I had ChatGPT make a title with those labels, it wasn't able to make a good title. So for example, let's say if I had a Naruto figurine, right? Sometimes it would come up as a t-shirt or a cartoon, or like it was very generic, right? So this obviously wasn't possible to use Google's Vision API, then use ChatGPT to make a title from those labels. So for the longest time, I thought I was stuck. It took me like a day or two. I asked my friend, I was telling him about my problem, and he said, no, I think it is possible. So I'm like, okay, how do I do this? He actually asked ChatGPT himself. ChatGPT said it was possible for him. So I'm like, oh shit, it is possible to do it. But for me, it said it wasn't possible. So then I was thinking, okay, let me make a new chat. Let me ask it again if it was possible. And then lo and behold, it was possible. So ChatGPT actually made a mistake. So it goes to show you sometimes you got to do your own research. I used their API, I got an API key from them, and I did it. And then lo and behold, it was done by like a day. It took me 1 day to do it. I was able to identify items properly. So the second step was to get pricing data from Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and so on to match whatever item that I take a picture of. But before that, I wanted to be able to show how I want the data to look. On my prices page, I wanted it to have an expandable card where it shows the lowest price for any 5 items I choose from whichever marketplace I have, and it'll show the lowest, highest, and the average price for those 5. So this was simple. This was pretty easy. And then once I did it in Figma, I told ChatGPT, hey, this is what I want it to look like. It quickly made the code for me using my Figma page, and I was able to design it pretty fast. Now to actually get data, I use Rainforest's API to get Amazon products, their prices, the product, the item, whatever it was. I used that to get it, and it was pretty quick. It took me like 45 minutes to do. I then used Rapid API to get eBay's data. I now have data from eBay and Facebook, which I'm able to show on my prices card for any product that I choose.